Initially it was a bit difficult because you've got to change your mindset from thinking about two-dimensional images to three-dimensional. So the way you draw things is different. We've had training on the software, which is really good. With 3D imaging, you have a solid item that you can pick up and rotate round. So you can send it out to the client, they can look at it, they can see the colours, the textures, the finishes, how it goes together in a much clearer way than having to draw a plan and an elevation and try to imagine it that way. So with 3D imaging you can get hold of the object. It also provides a nice list of materials that you can use then to manufacture it from, which we can then send out to the factory. They can then pick it up, they can rotate around and look at it as well in the CNC office and understand much easier how it goes together. Uh, 3D imaging is being driven by BIM. The client likes us to provide 3D images that they can then insert into their model of the building.
Yeah, it's a brilliant place, it's a brilliant environment, clean and tidy, everyone's brilliant, all the lads awesome, always they're helpful, and the foreman's always keeping me busy, which is a good thing. At the moment I'm working on counter Bs. As you can see, it's like a big bulk order, but sometimes we get like the one-off job, which is got a big job like reception desk or a canopies. I love the job. I'm always trying to better myself, learn new skills and develop my current skills. I just want to be as successful as possible and possibly move on through the ranks through Interserve. I've been here for 3 years now, and in my first day I had a health and safety induction where I watched several videos on health and safety. I've just finished my apprenticeship where I went to college on day release and I learned all about health and safety and the dangers of working in this environment. I've also been shown by everyone that I work with in the mill how to set up and run the machines in a safe manner. The main thing I've learned is, as I came into Interserve 3 years ago, I had no prior experience in this trade whatsoever, so I've learned from scratch. I also was sent on a SCM-based CNC course for a week in Nottingham, where I was shown all the different CNC machines and the types and what they're capable of machining. Yes, definitely, 100%. I've had a great 3 years as an apprentice here, and I'd recommend it to anyone. If you're looking to come into this trade, definitely go to Interserve because I've been taught everything I've known now.
The CNC multi-borer is 7 times quicker than the CNC router. It's because we've got 16 spindles within the machine, enabling me to drill 12 drills on the face and 4 on the end elevation. So it's 7 times quicker. It's extremely quick to set up, takes a standard drill bit and it goes into a quick release tool holder. Tooling won't be an issue. It's the same tools that we use on the CNC routers, so we can move our tools around and they're very low cost. It's an extremely good investment at this critical time. We've got large projects coming into the factory, over £1 million, that have predominantly got a kitchen style carcass which has got multiple drilling, so I can be drilling my 12 drills at the same time. Now that we're drawing in Inventor, this is producing our cutting lists. With the modern machinery that we've got fast and accurate setups, which as it goes through the bench area and through the polishing shop, this actually reduces our manufacturing lead times. This prevents the bottlenecks on the CNC because of all of our construction techniques need to go through the CNC router. This has got a small footprint of 4 square meters and a fifth of the price tag. I'd like to see more curved work, veneered panels, specialist veneers, high gloss lacquers, because that is where our skill set lies.
The company over the coming 2 to 3 years is going to refocus back on its core activities of shop fitting and commercial fit out. I mean, there is obviously a concern because as we increase turnover we will naturally generate more waste. What we have to make sure is that we're as efficient as we can be, look to convert wood waste into heat and minimise landfill. Training is ongoing and continuous. We have to make sure that the company and the employees comply with all the health and safety legislation, and of course employees need to be trained to use the software that continues to advance, such as Inventor and BIM. Well, since 2009 the credit crunch has had a major impact on the industry, and it's important that the company uses all of the available technology to minimise waste and increase our production efficiencies. There's a number of improvements that you would like to make, and continuing to upskill the workforce, invest into the business and the plant and machinery, and of course making Interserve Interiors a good place to work.
The biggest problem is generally the unloading and where we can store on site. On a site such as this, the loading bay is very restricted, and also the distance from the lorry to where we're actually working is always a problem. Also, we've got all the other trades working around us, which obviously need to bear in mind at all times to try and keep the joinery safe when we're moving it all about around the site. So nobody else is going to interfere with what we're doing, and we're not interfering with them. That's the biggest problem we have to cope with. Yeah. The main challenges are generally pretty much the first question. It's dealing with the other trades. It's when we actually get to site, the areas that we're working in is whether the items we're going to put in are actually going to fit where they're supposed to go, and whether the trades before us have actually done what they should have done, followed our details so we can actually fit our joinery correctly. That's our biggest problem that we face on site generally. Generally the quality is very good that we get on site. Yeah, we don't really have any issues with the quality that comes out of products from the workshop. I generally go into the workshop before the products come out, and we check over them. I check over with the contracts manager. We have a look at what's going, so we know what's coming to site before we get to install it. So generally it's all of pretty good quality. Any things are picked up at earlier stages. Yeah.
Jobs of this sort of scale, communication's the key with these sort of size jobs. Revisions of drawings get done daily, so if you miss a day's worth of drawings then you're going to be catching up and installing stuff wrong. On this particular job, we're doing a variety of night deliveries, which is out of our work, and then we're generally, because of the access requirements we've got here, it's the only way you can get stuff in and out. Regarding the actual work, we're not doing anything out of hours on this job so far. On my other jobs, when we're a principal contractor, then obviously would be doing nights and day shifts. Client variations are managed on site due to Interserve forms like E11s, etc., where we'd price something up, we'd get it authorised by our QS, everything agreed, go through the contracts manager, everyone's aware, and then we proceed.
Well, Interserve, so far you're doing the joinery works here. First thing we require from you is your risk assessments and method statements, and I have to say so far they've been pretty good. They've been dealt with as one hit, as we call it, so they come in, they're correct, they're signed off, you're ready to get on with the work. Your operatives are turning up on site, they're site aware, which is always good. And generally, I think Interserve as a company seem to understand the whole ethos of health and safety and what we're all trying to achieve here on site. Quality, as far as Paragon is concerned, is number one. It's top priority for all our projects. Where Interserve fit into that so far, you're just commencing your works on site. So far, we've had samples in good time. The samples are in good are of good quality. They arrive on time, which is the most important thing. And I think with regard to your management team, where they integrate into design on site, they have a very good understanding of design, and I'm very happy for them to interrogate the design team directly with me sitting on the side almost. So it makes life much easier for us. We have a very, very tight programme, 19 weeks on site, 7.3 million at present, halfway through. Interserve are just about commenced on the joinery installation now, and so far so good. I have to say, a lot of discussion with my team. My logistics manager, who sits here to my right, although you can't see him, is key to you guys, getting deliveries in on time. Your lorries turn up on time, you give him plenty of notice. With regard to my project team here, there's been a lot of discussion about gang sizes, material arriving on site, and so far I have to say you've integrated really well.